All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on part 4, the engine. So if you take a look at part 4 drawings, you can see that this is pretty darn simple. Quick check will show us that it is a rectangular prism where the end is a square. We've got 373 thousandths by 373 thousandths for the end square. And then we just extrude that out to 1.577, 1 and 577 thousandths of an inch thickness for extrusion. There's our sketch, our pencil paper sketch. So go ahead and make sure you create that. And we're coming over here and we're going to work on creating our fighter jet. Continue our fighter jet. We're going to go add those engines. So getting ready to create the engines, add the engines, and we look at the model and realize, wait a minute, something isn't quite right. Sometimes you get that sinking feeling that, oh no, I didn't put the wings in this right spot. They're supposed to be down lower. So what do? Well, you don't have to panic, is what you do. What we can do is we're going to go ahead and make those engines, and then we're going to move those wings down where they were on the part. So we can see here that our engines are just above, they're drawn just above the forward wing, and then the other wings are underneath them. So in the assembly up here, it looked like they were sitting on top. When we look at the assembly here, we can see that those wings are underneath there. So let's go ahead and fix that. We're going to create those fighter jet wings. We're going to ignore these for the moment. We're going to go produce a sketch on this surface. Produce a sketch on that surface showing the fighter jet wings. Then let's go ahead back to our wings, and those are rectangles, 373 thousandths tall by 1.577 inches long. Let's go ahead and real quick take a look at our. We've got a little bit of overlap. They appear to be. They don't give us a fully assembled orthographic drawing, and this is where those straight-on views are really helpful. It would be really awesome if they had provided us with a straight-on view of the assembled part, but they don't. We have to make our best guess. Let's go ahead and line that up with the back end here. So we use the corner rectangle. And we want it to line up with the top of the part, and then we don't know whether we want that to snap there or not, so for the moment we're just going to put it right here, and then we'll give it a dimension. Dimension of 1.577 inches long. And the height was 373 thousandths tall. 373 thousandths. Slide that back, just pushing on that rectangle, and we can estimate its location based on what we think we see in the drawings. So I think we're about here. There seems to be some overlap here. There you go. All right. We're going to go ahead and extrude that. Engine 1. Engine 1. And we're going to extrude. What? Oh, Yurko, you accidentally hit the red X instead of the green button. So we're going to do that again. So that was engine 1, and that rectangle was in contact with the wing. We don't know how far it went out. Go back to those measurements again. It was 373 by 1577. So let's go with dimension 1.577 by 373. Okay, and we had previously determined that we wanted that hanging out a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to hit that finish sketch button, which makes it an engine. Now we're going to extrude that sketch. Distance of 373 thousandths, because that was a square. So it was 373 tall, 373 wide. Now, what do we got? We need a second engine. So we'll put the engine on the other side. Let's do it again, the same procedure. Measurement, I remember, was 373 thousandths tall. I don't remember how long it was. Check my drawings. 1.577. This is why it's important to have sketches. Because you don't want to have to go back and measure things over and over and over again. So sketch your numbers down so that you can remember. 1577. So your sketches really help you out here. They're real safe. Okay. We're going to go ahead. I want those to line up. Let's drag it up a little bit. Now we're going to extrude that. Oh, that's section 2. If I go straight to the extrude button, it'll automatically save my sketch. So a little time saving tip. That was 373 thousandths. And there's your parts. But we wanted to move this down here. So simple enough, we can just go ahead back into that elevator sketch, and we can move that. But we're not ready to move that, so let's move engine 1 and engine 2 on our order sequences above the elevator, because believe it or not, you can change the order of things right over here. It's pretty cool. So it doesn't change anything over here, but it changes the order of things appear. So I'll go to elevator sketch. Now when I go ahead and double click on the elevator sketch, I can change the location of that sketch from face of the body to on the bottom of the engine. And I don't want it to be mashed together anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and take that dimension off. With 1.545, so we'll delete that dimension. I'm going to move it and measure from here to here. 1.545, which puts everything back in the correct location. So I still have some parts running into each other, so let's fix that. Let's go ahead and fix the starboard elevator. And make sure we select the areas that we want to extrude, and deselect areas we don't want to extrude. Let's just get rid of all these. Select the areas we want to extrude. There you go. That makes the starboard elevator, and then let's fix the port elevator. So we'll just deselect everything, and then reselect it when we're ready. So let's change the direction. Come on. Give me a hard time, so I'm just going to cancel that. Go back into that elevator sketch and throw a line in there. Just put a line there. Just because you made a mistake in one phase of the model doesn't mean you got to give up and start all over. Okay? You can make changes, you can delete, you can do visual components. You can move them around and change the order. Oops, that was engine 1. So have fun with this. Don't panic. Everybody makes mistakes. You've seen me make a lot of them in here, but I'm still making a model. And that's part of the process. It's fun, it's modified, it's different, it's challenging, and creating cool things. So getting closer to having that awesome jet fighter. Keep being awesome, ladies and gentlemen.